Hello, letters from afar tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Last episode, we did a little bit of a world tour with our brand new ultimate airship, and we rescued Terra. We're on the hunt for Cyan. We picked up a quick Esperer, just the one, I guess. But yeah, we're having lots of fun. It's a brave new world, right? You know the drill. Yeah, you can equip that, it's fine. I don't remember exactly what we're going to be up against in here, and like I explained last episode, I'm past the point of knowing what Brave New World has in store for me. So I'll be using a few more save states than I have been up to this point in the game, because certain bosses and enemies have a really high, well, I don't know what Brave New World's done, and I feel like given the other difficulty increases we've had along the way, seeing as I haven't even fought these ones before, there's a really decent chance that we'll die. So I don't have to do a whole lot of backtracking, is all I'm trying to say. I'm not going to use save states to cheat, other than to preserve, time. Anyway, we're chasing the bird, trying to find where Cyan is writing all these love letters from. So, seems like this building that we, visited once before might be the way to go. So, fortunately, the enemies we fight in Zozo, well, that's hilarious, are still pretty easy. Oh, you know what? I forgot last episode. After fighting, what's his face? Funbaba, once we finished him, I should have re-equipped weapons, and we do have this awesome-looking frost gore. And, I don't know, if an enemy is weak to fire, the Fire Lance is better, but otherwise the Partisan will be slightly better. So we might as well go with that. And, I was thinking about a potential optional boss along this route. There's probably some gear that would be really nice, to make it easier because of the way Brave New World works. I'm not 100% sure what element it will be, but, there might be a boss along here, and by the way, we need to find a way to open that up. Someone last episode mentioned a discount rust remover, so we're gonna have to find that. But yeah, I was thinking like maybe wind elemental protection would be useful for a certain boss that might be in this next dungeon. I forget. So yeah, these guys, I mean, it's not even really funny, these fights. Get to see how that crystal sword does if Celeste ever attacks. I'm trying to remember exactly where the rust salesman is. I hope it's not at the top of that other really long tower that Terra was holed up in before. That would suck. It's not in the clock tower either, I don't believe. I just want to do the easy ones first. Also, because we haven't seen it enough, we need to show this off a couple more times. I love Bum Rush. And now, I'm not sure if it's going to do as much damage for us in Brave New World as it was in the original. I remember it being one of the first attacks I could get to 9999 damage. Want to buy some lubricant? Awesome, here he is. Sure. It's usually 50 grand, but sure, whatever, man. Discount rust remover. Probably rust begone. Just WD-40, sure, whatever. I'm pretty sure they called it rust begone in the original. It's all good, I didn't want to have to go look around for too long anyway. Normally this is the point where you'd be able to get Edgar's chainsaw tool by solving the clock riddle. There's someone, or there was someone that would tell you that exactly one person in Zozo tells you the truth. And the trick was, in the original, in the World of Balance, the first time you came here, he would tell you, this is a dangerous area, or something like that. Which is actually the truth, which is odd, because everybody else here lies. And then, between his revised comment in the World of Ruin, where he says something about the time, and the fact that everybody else lies, you're able to deduce the exact time on the clock, and then when you open that up, you get the chainsaw. I'm pretty sure it's the chainsaw anyway. But, it worked! So this area will be a new set of enemies, so prepare thyselves. I don't remember how hard it... I don't even remember it being super hard originally, but you never know with Brave New World. I'm gonna try Aura Bolt here, which is odd for me, because normally I don't worry about blind. That'll give him sap. I don't know how tough these guys will be. Let me scan them. I should be scanning new enemies. That's one of my personal goals here for Brave New World. Try to help myself out and you guys. These guys hit really hard, and I tried to Aura Bolt blind him, but maybe it didn't work. Poison, eh? Yeah, he did not get blinded. Now, some random enemies will still end up being completely immune to status ailments. It's just, you know, how do you know which is which? Other than looking up in a guide. And how do you get a guide for Brave New World? That's the trick. Alright, we're taking a ton of damage. I guess Setzer with his bio might be worthwhile here. I doubt he'd do that much damage with it. Nobody else really gets poison spells. I think Mog and Setzer are the only ones that get poison spells. So is his Avalanche a physical counter? Because if it is, I should stop that. That's 2 attacks in a row. It looks like Avalanche is probably more of a magic counter, to be honest. Let's wait till Edgar lands and do a bit of healing. Oh good, and he probably dies with Magnitude. That's what the other large guys back in Zozo did, so... That's another float dungeon. It's good, we probably need some level ups at this point in the game. I feel like we might be a bit under-leveled. Yeah, we definitely took a lot of damage. So, let's go with Sabin's old float. Not waste MP this time around, because I'm clever like that. Lots of treasure, though. Ice Guard. Now, that's probably a shield. Yeah. So, I don't remember the name. It's probably just Ice Shield originally. But in the original Final Fantasy VI, there was 3 elemental shields that completely absorbed elemental damage. They were all really, really good, actually. If you use them at the right time. We're getting a lot of equipment, aren't we? So yeah, this one looks like it's about the same. Just straight up absorbs ice damage. So, once you start getting shields like that, if I could get 4 of them, for instance, that will open up some other strategies. Especially against, like, let's say a dragon that always uses ice magic, for instance. Alright. Ah, this guy again. Yay. Alright, so magic, not so good. Try to poison him again. You never know. Or, not poison. Try to blind him. If Aura Bolt and Flash don't work 2 in a row, then I'm just going to say we probably can't. We'll be fine. Let's just attack. Oh, what's that? That's a new one. Oh. Just kill Celeste, why not? Alright. We'll let Terra deal with that, because she's got life magic. And I'll try to put sap on him again, just to have something to look forward to. Alright, so we do have life too. Now, it's pretty expensive, but it's really good. I think she learned that just from leveling up, honestly, and she might have learned it leveling up like when she rejoined in World of Ruin, because they kind of catch up a little bit They catch up with the average party level when they rejoin, I believe. That's gonna do a lot of damage, isn't it? Man. That's not gonna heal much, but I'm gonna try. So I used Sabin's chakra to recover a bit of MP, not expecting everyone would be about to die in a second. I got MP again, anyway. This guy just, it's really rude. Like, I wonder if this is... So I know one of the tricks Brave New World pulls is, if an enemy has status inflictions, sometimes it changes their AI. So I'm wondering if, by blinding him, if that's what finally happened, now instead of physical attack, he just uses Starlight all the time. And if that's the case, that's really cheap. I gotta say. And of course, Celeste isn't flying anymore. Okay, now that fight is just way too long for a random battle. I'm gonna start running away from those on camera just because they take, what is it, almost like, I'm gonna say at least 3 or 4 minutes just to win right now. Put float back on. But yeah, like that's a lot of work for just a random encounter. Every 3 steps. At least we got something different. That's all I wanted. Alright, we got a bear. We got a couple dudes. A couple monk dudes. Let's try poison. And then let's try suplexing, probably. Suplexing is always the way. Pretty good damage. Alright, everyone's in good enough HP. Let's see if we can scan one of them, just for interest's sake. What would a bear be weak against? Apparently nothing, because scan doesn't change targets. Didn't it used to change targets in the original game? Alright, well that group not nearly so bad as the giant dude. I'm okay with that. Also, I know I got a couple Esper level ups. Let's use those. So, for Celeste, I think I was boosting her magic lately. I'll probably end up redoing everyone's at some point, but I think I like the idea of the Pallador Vigor Speed for Edgar right now. And that's all we got. Alright. Let's try to make a little bit of progress here. I feel like this is the way to progress the area. Yeah, I want to finish getting treasure back here. I know I missed one path. What this? Does anyone have the warp spell, please? Please? No warp spell. Come on. I got lots of people who could potentially have the spell. There we go. Thank you. Sabin, make it happen. Make it so. This fight is just... I don't know. The guy has way too much HP, deals a ton of damage. If you were playing and not recording it, it's fine, I guess, but... Oh, are you kidding me? There's nothing here anyway? Dang it. I'm sorry, everyone. My mental map has failed me. Apparently this is just all you fight in this first room. We got Slow X now. Well, I guess I'm glad we brought Sabin, because he might be the only one with that spell that we need. It's pretty cheap. So I guess, you know, Brave New World did make running difficult, but they gave you a very cheap spell that you just gotta have the right person in your party, I guess, whoever can learn that. Nothing happens in the light. This looks suspicious. Rogue Cloak. No idea what this does. Let's check it out. Fight always hits. Magic damage plus 25. Only lock or shadow. Well, that's dumb. Terra needs to be able to equip the Rogue Cloak, because magic damage is her thing, not really those two. It's kind of like an earring. Earrings gave magic damage. So... I don't know. I guess if you're making a magical lock or a magical shadow, I guess this probably does bonus damage for his scrolls, like his fire, water, lightning scrolls. For shadow, that might be worth something. Unfortunately, I want magic damage bonus just for like Terra and Celeste. That'd be much better. Alright, let's poke this. Oh wait, why is Celeste suddenly basically dead? Did I not bother to heal her? Oh, no, don't do that! What am I doing? She's gonna runic right before I try to heal her. That was my bad. I thought because the commands don't happen in the order you always expect. That's great. Well, at least now someone will get healed, right? No. I thought for sure Final Fantasy VI. That's great. 1,000 damage attack. Yeah, what a fun dungeon this is turning out to be. I thought it always aimed the magic to the next target. Like, this is like Final Fantasy 1 NES style, where if the target you're casting on dies, then it's just wasted. I don't imagine, unless I'm totally blind or forgetful, whatever you call it. I have a feeling that's something Brave New World's changed. It's gotta be, right? Certainly it just changes to the next target normally, right? So these guys probably do, the nasty spear attack when they're on their own, is what I'm assuming here. Oh, good. I can't even suplex today. I mean, it could have a magic counter as well. It's hard to say. It could be a tool-specific counter, for all I know. I'm sure I've said it before, but it is a little bit difficult to, yeah, pointy stick. It is pretty difficult in Brave New World to keep track of what is causing the enemies to do their counters. I would never have guessed that they'd have... Like, if someone had not commented on it, I would never have guessed that some enemies specifically counter tools or blitzes. Like, that's crazy. I would just be guessing that it was always magic damage or physical damage or something like that. Cat Hood. Probably meant for, like, Realm. Realm and Gao, so nothing we can do with it. Magical, speedy. That's pretty good for Realm. Might be okay for Gao, I don't know. Alright, let's go left first, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, left first. Chainsaw. Hey! That's something I remember. This is not a drill, that's correct. So that'll be Edgar's 7th tool, although originally it was his 8th tool. So that's cool. I have a guess at where his last one might be in Brave New World. I want to test it out. In the original, it was a more damaging targeted tool, kind of like drill, single target, but it had a chance to do instant death with a fun little animation. You know, that was the instant death version there, by the way. When there's no damage shown, in case I haven't explained it thus far and you're totally like, Blue, what are you talking about? I don't know these things. You're not explaining properly. But, yeah, when there's no damage value, it generally means the instant death attack was the attempt there. I just want to kind of see how much damage it can do. It might be doing reduced damage because we're in the back row. There you go. The spin also is the trick. Spin is damage. Jason Hockey Mask is instant death. Good to know. But yeah, it could be another tool like the drill that does half damage in the back row. Which I guess we could test out. So let's see if I'm right or wrong. Nice. Thanks, friend, for attacking your friend. Good, waste your turn, I love it. Alright, so now that's dead. Let's see if this does massive damage. That was more damage than last time, right? So Edgar has a targetable tool that probably pierces defense and does around 3,000 damage. That's not bad. It doesn't really keep up with his jumps, in my opinion, but chance for instant death might be worth something. Usually, though, this point in the game, his tools do start getting left behind a little bit. I also haven't really tested out his auto crossbow since it got powered up very much, so it's 50% stronger. I wonder what element these guys are going to be weak to. I'm going to try Storm. Auto crossbow. Oh, these guys are really weak. I'm overkilling it here with this expensive magic. So that's cool, though. Auto crossbow is still strong enough to actually kill a full group of, you know, arguably weaker enemies, but that's good. That's just like it was in the early game. Alright, Sabin, you can have some more stamina. I'm considering, when I finally do my respec, going for a pure stamina build Sabin, because it'll boost Fire Dance, Wind Blade, Bum Rush, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. Mantra and Chakra. But the Vigor build, which gives them really high suplex damage, is pretty fun too. Alright, this room I remember. Speaking of Fire Dance, haven't used that in a while. Celeste is not doing all that hot. Probably, actually would have been a good choice to use, dang it. Oh, she did survive. Wow, that was a really weak spell. Would have been a good Bioblaster, group. Right, and then he counters. I wonder if, because that was not a magical attack, and again, wasted again, every time. I wonder if, the wind is like a tool counter specifically. Alright, well this guy needs to die, and I'm getting a little frustrated by, some of these battles, I'm just saying. Having the girls die every second fight is kind of not cool. Imagine doing this if I hadn't buffed their HP from Espers. I don't know. I don't know how you'd have any chance for this part of the game if you didn't have, like, plus 400, what am I doing this way? Plus 400, HP or whatever we've got, you know. So, let's see what happens here. Of course, we get a random encounter. Okay, this is getting a little bit too much. Celeste dying in like 2 attacks. I guess without proper armor at this point in the game, Brave New World's just balanced it so that you just die in like 2 attacks, and that's kind of not cool. I know I haven't given her a lot of defensive armor, but I wasn't expecting that kind of every fight just killed from full HP before you can move. Yeah, I mean, come on. And then they just keep... The fact that they keep targeting her is the real problem here. Lots of other people could take the hits, but that's like 3 in a row on Celeste, and they didn't attack anybody else. Alright, dried meat and stuff doesn't matter. Esper level for Terra, what do you think? Magic and stamina, I guess? It's probably the most useful at this point, maybe. So, because I've been mostly using her for magic anyway, I was hoping to keep her physical attack somewhat acceptable. But I guess 87 defense, it's the same as like everybody else, really. I don't know. I guess it's just not enough. Alright. Should have saved it again. Anyway, we've unleashed a dragon. He just flies around in a circle. If you stand on the save point, you'll fight him. I think we can fight him here. Oh good, new music. I expect we're dead here, just in case you're wondering. I would expect that this is going to be too difficult, but we'll give it a try. So this is the boss that I was kind of thinking the wind protection with crystal armor might be worth it. I'm really trying to see what he's countering with, because I gotta learn how that works. So far he's countered a blitz and a tool. Might be worth just going straight to Seraph now, but we'll try to heal up a little bit here. So I don't know. I really don't know much. I just know this is one of the 8 legendary dragons. This is the purple dragon. That, I think, would have only cut her HP in half, so it actually wouldn't have killed her. And they've apparently imported some music from a different Final Fantasy here, which is totally fine. Lightning is the element to go with. Alright, so hold on, I just need to think for a second. Pause. We had Sap, we had Slow. You might be able to hit him with Stop, but that's probably the last of the spells that will work. And Sabin doesn't have anything lightning elemental, so what am I trying to do? Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. And then Arrow. Alright. Multi-target, wind element. And it does a lot of damage. So Edgar also has no elemental attacks. We could try to blind him if that's even possible, which I guess is worth one shot. We could also try poisoning him in. Now, I kind of messed up here because they'll probably counterattack the Blitz and the Tool. Did not do much damage. Alright, so he likes to counter blitzes. We should probably really be hasting and regenerating everyone. I'm just sort of expecting that he's going to kill us instantly any second, so I'm just trying to learn as much as I can while we're on our first trip here. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. It's possible you can stop him, I don't know. A lot of dragons are weak to stop in Final Fantasy 4 specifically. So I feel like Wind Claw maybe just counters like everything. I don't know. I would also guess he's got like as much HP as Atma Weapon or something like that. Bolt, you know. So safe is kind of going to be required to survive a hit from him right now. It's gonna be difficult. We'll try to do some healing with Sabin next, because can't take very many counters at the moment. Right, and maybe it's worth trying a jump. I don't know if he counters physical really yet. So we'll give that a shot. And nothing the boss has done yet other than maybe Arrow would be runicable, so it's probably not going to help. Let's try to keep... Oh, who's got safe? Does anyone have safe? Yeah, well, let's haste Terra first and heal up, and then we'll try to put... So he's casting Break on himself to heal. That's odd. That's a fine choice, though. Yeah, go for it. I should really have haste and regeneration, and then probably safe and shell on everyone. Alright, that's pretty good damage, and he didn't counter it. So that's a good start. Let's try to... Because I know Terra can die in one hit, so if I put safe on her, she should take a hit. I should probably do the same thing with Celeste quickly. But regeneration first. That did a lot of damage, but he survived it. So break is wind elemental and probably a chance to turn to stone. We'll just keep jumping with Edgar so we're doing a bit of damage here. I guess we'll get Terra fully buffed up first. Sabin, I maybe should have healed him, actually. Let's just safe up my healers. Try to keep Celeste and Terra alive primarily, because they've got the life spell and all that. Also, Sabin comes with auto haste, so reviving him is kind of not too terrible. Alright, so I guess that he maybe just counters any attack with some % chance to do that. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe something like 50% chance any attack will be countered with Wind Claw. And Wind Claw seems to do 900 damage, give or take. It's mostly for Celeste, but... Oh, she's already maxed. That'll teach me. Alright. Cool, cool. I mean, we're not dead yet. Okay, let's put, So everyone's hasted, most people are regenerating. Let's give, safe to Sabin, because he's in the front right now. Maybe should have pulled him in the back, too. I think Edgar's the only one not regenerating right now. Because he died, and he's only got auto haste, so let's fix that. I guess I might as well put buffs on everyone, basically. If he normally does 900 damage with a physical, safe should bring it down to like 600 or so. At least that's the idea. And then we won't be dying in one hit quite so much. I mean, if we can beat him here, that'd be great, right? And everyone's regen, everyone's safe. Not very many people can cast Shell, though. So... let's test out Bolt 2. I wouldn't get my hopes up too high. Just want to see what he does, how much damage it deals. 3 grand's acceptable, no counter. No shell here either. Halidor would just make everyone jump, which would probably result in a bunch of counterattacks. So we'll just let Edgar jump. And, just to kill a little bit of... oh, that sucks. It won't work on Sabin, but the girls will be slowed, so we'll have to re-haste them now. Which, can't really do. Let's put Shell on everyone, and then we'll worry about re-hasting. I just did Chakra because recovering some MP rather than using elixirs and stuff, you know. I don't know. I'm worried about counterattacks is kind of my issue. Alright, double jump is good. That is worth a potential counterattack, because it does so much damage. Now, if he was shelled, that would probably have protected him a bit. So we want to get everyone hasted again. If possible. I don't remember if Stray... I don't think Stray has any useful effect, really. Everyone's safe, everyone's... well, floating... This is a wind elemental boss. He's not going to use Earthquake, I can't imagine. Just going to try to top up Edgar quickly. So now I can jump with him and he could survive a counterattack. And I know Sabin needs to be healed. I guess it's more important to heal because if he dies, it's harder to rebuff him than to worry about hasting Terra right now. Probably should prioritize healing, basically, is the logic here. Although haste is pretty important. 4,000 damage. Dodge. And a counter on the counter. I know, eventually that'll get patched out if the programmers can figure it out. Alright, any other tricks we've got? Just for damage comparison, I gotta see how this is doing. It's not as good as jump, and it risks the counter the same way, so... Alright, so we'll want to heal Edgar before we jump. So we'll do... we'll actually use Celeste to haste Terra, and then Terra will cover healing. And then we'll wait for a second there. As soon as the cure goes through, we can jump. Alright. Got everything in the right order, we're good. And I feel like I'm using a lot of magic here, so trying to keep Celeste and Terra's MP topped up for free is maybe worth it, I don't know. Not Runic. So, I think Terra is the only one with shells, so I should keep working on that. 4 grand's not bad. Oh, Dispel. Or no, that's slow. Never mind, that's slow. That's fine. Puts me back a step, but that's fine. Overall, our buffs are getting better as time goes on. We're not dealing a ton of damage to the boss, but we are still dealing damage. He's not regenerating or anything. You know, he casts Break on himself once in a while, but one jump from Edgar covers that, so... I think we've got this, unless I mess up. It's a pretty tough fight, though, for this point in the game, I gotta say. I was planning on saving these for later, but I had to give it at least one shot. Yeah, I mean, Edgar doing 8 grand per... 8,000 damage per jump is pretty awesome. And everyone else is just on defense, really, but at some point we'll catch up. That's 50% damage, I think. Which means we need to heal up before we risk a counterattack. Could have held his turn there for a second, but... Okay, so everyone's hasted. Terra should be healed up. And then we can... Well, this will probably cover it. Oh, well. It's fine. But I know I was still missing, like, 1 shell, so that's, like... Once this is done, everyone's got all of the buffs. Sure hope the boss doesn't have Dispel, because that would really make me mad now. We finally got everything. Well, we're missing Vanish, technically. But that wouldn't work, because he uses magic anyway, so... Alright, that did some damage, definitely. Just want to keep Sabin topped up, then we'll do another attack of some sort. I guess, hopefully I didn't mess it up. I don't think spells like slow wear off in this game, but you never know what Brave New World does. So refreshing the slow effect might be worth doing once in a while. I don't think they wear off, though. Unless the boss can cast haste. Alright, what else can we do here to help out? A storm does wind and water damage, I think, so it would heal him. Reflect would not be a good idea. We could scan him to see what status effects are working. He'll probably counter it, of course. Not doing an attack with Sabin right now. We're just going to let him restore some MP for a little bit. I like the self-sustainability of Chakra here. I know I could use tinctures and stuff, but... Lightning still, slow... So... He should have had Sap on before. Wonder if that was a magic counter there. The jump is doing most of the work. Let's give everyone a top up. And then... some damage. And then another heal. Sure would be nice if we were, like, absorbing wind damage or something. Once the heal goes through, we'll jump Edgar again. Oh, that one broke our regeneration. I think. At least if you failed your stamina check. I believe the Razor Leaf probably causes sap or something. Alright, I love those double jumps, man. Alright, we definitely took a lot of damage there. Try to keep Celeste up. She's kind of the most important one right now for healing and all that. I guess looks like we need to cast regeneration on Edgar as well. Got it in time. It's fine, not too bad. That should top him up and give him regen again. Well, it didn't quite top him up, but so let me just think. Just going over what I can do here. If it can apply it, Pummel will apply... If the boss can be sapped, that will apply sap. Just top him up in case he gets hit by one of those really powerful physicals. Hope you enjoy long boss fights. I know a lot of you guys watching the series have been really excited about learning what challenges or what changes Brave New World has made to some of the big boss fights. So, here we go. Yeah, Sabin's gonna do a mantra to heal people, or to heal Edgar specifically. And it's more important for Celeste to get those haste back up, just so she gets her next turn significantly quicker. And Edgar can actually cure himself rather than attack. He'll be fine. Storm. Nice of him to avoid it at least, right? Not too bad, but we can multi-target heal. Haste again. At least his only debuff that he's got is the slow and occasionally sap, so it could be worse. It would be amazing if Edgar had some sort of lightning elemental's lance. Maybe even just the lightning sword, the electric blade, whatever it's called. Well, this is going to take a little bit of damage out. Come on, Edgar, you can survive. Not even close. Alright, well, you know, happens. So he'll come back with regeneration. He will not come with the buffs. So, or he'll come back with haste, I mean to say, but nothing else. So let's give him, let's give him what we can anyway. Probably could have let Sabin do that one. Just thinking again what I want to do. Time to suplex the boss just in case. Because he feels like he's getting attacks quicker, you know. Maybe slow really does wear off for super long fights. That's disappointing. Luckily we dodged it. Alright, some healing in there. Nobody's slowed, but we lost some regen, I think. And I lost Shell, so I'll have to redo that. It does look like Safe and Shell last until you're killed. It's the Four Fiend theme from Final Fantasy IV, in case you're wondering the music. It's been repeating for so long. Yeah, I figured you'd do something like that. We're fine. It's just, I guess, like, I don't know how much HP the boss has. He could be one hit from death right now, for all I know. But as long as we can keep everyone alive and sustainable, we'll beat him eventually. I will try for the next dragon to bring you know, whatever, what am I trying to say? Whatever's elemental protection that will make it a lot easier. Imagine all of his wind attacks were doing half damage or 0 damage. You know, this would be considerably quicker. I got, like, nothing. I just feel like when you're fighting a boss that counters almost everything, the real trick is not letting him, not just attacking like crazy with your team. It's picking the person who's got the best single target damage, like in this case Edgar, and just letting him do it. It was the same thing in Final Fantasy IV, honestly. You let Kain do his jump because it did the most damage in a single hit, and basically everyone else just defended, and it took a while, but you know, you'd win eventually. I wonder if the boss is running out of MP. That'd be hilarious. Still worth pasting Terra. I should probably put Shell back on Edgar once he lands, rather than, like, I could also like morph Terra and try to do max damage, but she will just die instantly. If the boss can halfway kill her in one hit, then morphing just means, well, we got him. Look at that! It just took 20 minutes or so. Half-hour dragon boss. Whew! 1 down, 7 to go. Force armor. So there'll be, the way I understand it with Brave New World, all these super bosses will all give us one piece of kind of ultimate sort of special armor. Or equipment, essentially. Weapons, armor, relics. So the force armor. It should be very anti-magic, if I understand anything. Originally, it was half damage from, like, most elements, I think. Fire, ice, and bolt, at least. I don't know if that's amazing, but lots of magic power and probably more defense than what the girls have been wearing lately. Lose a bit of stamina, which doesn't matter too much for them. It's a more significant upgrade for Terra, so I'll give it to her. And that brings her defense to something a little bit less pathetic. Alright, well, that was a fight! Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna end this here. I was hoping to get to Cyan today, but instead we ended up fighting the Purple Dragon for half an hour. But there you go. One boss down. That's the Wind one. You can pretty much expect a dragon of every element, so grab your Gaia gear and your fire shields and your ice shields. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you next time.